A very good afternoon to you from wherever you're joining us from on this 10th of November 2024. I'm glad you could make time for us as we take you through the news making headlines locally and internationally. My name is Hellen Aura and welcome to the broadcast. More and more county leaders continue to decry the slow disbursement of funds to counties, which they now say threatens to disrupt operations. Governors from the frontier counties are also calling on the government to increase the equitable revenue share in order to facilitate development of the region. The county heads argue that the region has not optimally enjoyed the benefits of devolution due to low allocations.
The governors agreed to advocate for an equitable revenue sharing model among counties to address historical marginalization in the ASAL region. And for this, the governors agreed in unison that the commission concerned must look for ways and means of ensuring that every part of the country is equitably treated and that ASAL areas will not be deprived of their fair share in sharing of the national cake. We join the COG leadership in impressing upon National Treasury to fast-track release of exchequer to counties in a timely fashion.
We are happy that this meeting has come to a conclusion after those 2 days of deliberation, and we believe that the matters we discussed will indeed go far enough to support the needs of our counties.
It has to be understood that we are playing catch-up with the other areas of Kenya. So invariably, it is important that more resources are allocated to our region than the others. Simply because from independence until 2013, when the new constitution kicked in and counties were set up, development bypassed our region. Our region was viewed as a region of punishment.
President William Ruto is currently attending a church service in Kisumu constituency in Kakamega County in yet another return to the vote-rich Western region. Leaders accompanying the president have been touting full regional support for the president in the 2027 general elections after incorporating top regional leaders in his broad-based government. Let's listen in. We'll have that story a bit later. Our reporter Judith Charono is on ground and she will update us later on in our bulletin or in our subsequent bulletin. On to other stories now. Chaos has erupted in Athi River when a section of agitated Ngelani residents confronted Machakos County officials for forcefully closing down several mining quarries and cutting away assorted machines. Locals say the quarries have provided a livelihood for hundreds of families, as Lois Wangoi now reports.
Ngelani area, tucked inside Machakos County, would be treated to running battles between the security officers who arrived in numbers and the residents. The battleground being these mining quarries. The county security teams want the residents out of the grounds for carrying out unregulated mining activities, but the residents are having none of it.
Tunaona maajabu kwa sababu sisi ni wazee, tumezeekea hapa, tunasomeshia hapa, na kitu ingine hata tunarogota mawe tunauza. Tukiwa hapa bila hata kujua chochote, tunaona serikali imeingia, imebeba hata chenye tunakulianga machini.
And for the better part of the day, these were the sights and sounds. Residents say county askaris arrived accompanied by police officers to evict them from the mining quarries. The officers confiscated their working machines. Now they are in desolation.
Hata mkiangalia around, hawa watu wetu.
Tuko watu wengi, familia wenye wako hapa ni over 800 people. Kuna wale wana load na kuna wale wa mama wetu wanaokota pia zile rejects wanauza, wanafaidika nayo. Mambo imeenda hatuelewi. Sijui kama inaeleweka kwa national government ama county government. ama administration.
The county government of Machakos says the owners commenced a project without an environmental impact assessment license and failing to comply with environmental conservation orders.
Sasa hizi kwa hare zinatusaidia sana. Tunaomba tu hii serikali ya kaunti bana, kama ingekuwa tu vizuri waelewane, tujue shida nini, hata wakuja waseme shida ni nini.
The resident's father cited intimidation by the authorities despite a court order barring the county government and police officers from interfering with the quarries operations. The county did not comment on the incident. Lois Wangoi, NTV.
The Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union has issued a fresh strike warning in December if the government does not fulfill the terms agreed upon in the collective bargaining agreement signed in May. The doctors who staged a 56-day strike earlier this year claim that none of the agreements they agreed upon as part of the return to work formula have been fully met by their employer.
That if government has not implemented agreement that we signed on 8th of May 2024, then on 30th of November we will give a 7-day strike notice. And we will proceed on strike until these issues are implemented. Each of the timelines has passed. And therefore there's no any other excuses that doctors are ready to take. As we speak, interns have been working from 1st of October. None of them has been paid. Because we know there's one document that prescribed the payment of wages. And the court was very clear that the CBA exists and the SRC circular is in dispute.
The Kirinyaga County government has launched a mass livestock vaccination campaign targeting tens of thousands of cattle to combat the deadly lumpy skin disease. This initiative aims to eradicate the disease and improve food security for local farmers. Nurdin Elmoge is on the agribusiness beat.
Veterinary officers dressed in their white caps and equipped with syringes and vaccine are on a mission to combat lumpy skin disease in Kirinyaga. This vaccination effort is the farmers' first line of defense. Under the guidance of Dr. Catherine Malonzi, the veterinary team arrives at the home of a farmer, Hilary Matuku. Today, Hilary's dairy cows are being vaccinated against lumpy skin disease.
Nashukuru sana county government vile wamekuja hapa karibu. Unaona sana twendi kwa keto deep juu vile serikali inakuja kwa sisi hapa nyumbani kwetu. Inatuokolea kusave wakati.
Hilary explains that his dairy cows are crucial for his family's livelihood and caring for them is a priority.
Unasave pesa wakati, unaona production pay inakuwa mingi.
Wamekuja kutufanyia vaccination ya wanyama. Wametulipisha 100 kwa kila mnyama, kwa hivyo wangu walikuwa 16, hiyo ni 1600. Lakini ingelikuwa ni private, wangetulipisha 1000, kwa hivyo 1016. Kwa hivyo hapo tumesave a lot of money.
From Hillary to Rosa, the farmers share a story of relief and optimism as they fight against lumpy skin disease. The disease is characterized by fever, nodules on the skin, mucous membrane, and internal organs, and sometimes death. Nurdin Almoge, NTV.
Just to remind you of our top story, President William Ruto is currently attending a church service in Kisero constituency, Kakamega County, in yet another return to the vote-rich Western region. Leaders accompanying the president have been touting full regional support for the president in the 2027 general elections after incorporating top regional leaders in his broad-based government. Let's listen in.
Asanteni sana. Ala, kumbe mnaelewa Kiluya? Kwanza mimi nataka nimshukuru Mungu kwa sababu ametupatia nafasi. Tumefika hapa Kakamega, tumefika hapa Kisero ili tuwe na ibada hii ya kumshukuru Mungu katika kanisa letu la Church of God. Nataka nimshukuru askofu wetu mkuu na viongozi wa kanisa kwa kutunenea neno la Mungu na pia kwa wasia wametupatia. Nataka nimshukuru mjumbe wenu huyu Christopher kwa sababu ya kupanga tuweze kuwa na mkutano huu wa kanisa. Asante sana mheshimiwa. Na mimi nataka niwaambie watu wa Khwisero, kama kuna mahali mlipata ni pale kwa kuchagua huyu Christopher Aseka. Hapo mulipata ndipo. Na pongezi sana kwa kumchagua huyu mjumbe wenu ambaye tumefanya kazi na yeye, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie ya kwamba anafanya kazi mzuri, na mimi pia nitamshikilia ndio Khwisero iweze kupiga hatua ya kwenda mbele. Vile tumekubaliana na viongozi wote hapa Kakamega na Kenya mzima ya kwamba ile ya muhimu sasa sio maneno ya viongozi, sio maneno ya mamlaka na vyeo. Maneno ya muhimu sasa ni mambo ya maendeleo ya wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Na hapo ndipo tunahitaji kushirikiana na kufanya kazi kwa pamoja. Na ndio nawauliza hawa ndugu zangu wote, magovernors wetu, masenators wetu, wabunge, MCS, na sote tuliopata baraka ya uongozi katika taifa letu la Kenya, tushirikiane ili tuweze kutekeleza mambo ya maendeleo, Kenya ibadilike, wananchi wafaidike, na sote twende mbele. Nataka niwashukuru sana. Najua kuna mambo mengi ambayo yametajwa hapa na viongozi. Hapa niko na maneno ya Kakamega County, na niko pia na maneno ya Khwisero. Sindio? Kwa maneno ya Kakamega County, mumeniuliza mambo ya barabara. Ni kweli kuna barabara ambazo zilikwama hapa na pale. Mwezi huu nimerekebisha mambo ya budget na tumeongeza shilingi milioni 730 ya kusongesha mambo ya barabara hii Kakamega yenu hii. Na tukisonga mbele mutaona tofauti, kwa sababu hiyo mwaka miwili iliyopita nilichukua muda wangu mkubwa kujaribu kurekebisha mambo ya uchumi, kwa sababu mambo yalikuwa mengi. Sasa uchumi tumeidhibitisha, mambo ya inflation tumerudisha chini, mambo yale mengine yote ambayo yalikuwa yanatusumbua tumeyatatua. Sasa mwaka huu, mwaka ujao 2026, sasa itakuwa ni miaka ya kazi. Ile siasa ya kizungumkuti na kusumbuana tumemaliza. Sasa sisi wote tumeungana kama Wakenya kutoka pande zote, na we are focused on delivering our development commitments to the people of Kenya. Kwa hivyo mambo yenu ya barabara mtaanza kuona tofauti, kwa sababu barabara ni ya muhimu. Inatusaidia wakulima wafikishe mazao yao sokoni, usafiri iwe rahisi, na tupunguze mambo ya nauli na mambo yale mengine yote, ndio tuweze kusukuma uchumi wa Kenya iweze kwenda mbele. Jambo la pili ni maneno ya kilimo. Mumeniuliza hapa mambo ya kilimo. Vile niliwaeleza, lazima tuwe na mpango ambayo itapunguza gharama ya maisha katika taifa letu. Nimeshukuru sana nyinyi wenyewe mmesema ile unga ilikuwa 200, sasa ni 100. Si nyinyi wenyewe mmesema? So, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie ile bei ya mbolea ilikuwa karibu shilingi 7,000. Sasa tumeiteremsha chini, imekuja 2,500. Ili tuweze kuzalisha chakula zaidi. Na mimi nataka niseme hiyo mbolea tunataka kwa wingi ifike na huku Kakamega hii. Kwa sababu ninaona hapa mahindi yenu bado kidogo haijapata mbolea ya kutosha. Tunataka kusukuma kabisa ili pale badala ya kuvuna gunia 8 tunataka mpate gunia 20 kwa ekari moja.
That is President William Ruto speaking in Kisero, Kakamega County, where he is rallying up Western leaders. And the Western leaders on their end say they are in full support of President William Ruto come in the 2027 election bid. To top it off, President William Ruto also says the cost of fertilizer has gone down to enable farmers also in the region to plant more and to be able to have a bountiful harvest. That's to around 2,200 per bag. As well as the other thing that has also come out of that is allocation of funds for development towards the Western region due to the poor infrastructure and poor road structure in the particular area. And he says this will enable farmers to be able to ensure that their goods get to the market. Well, that story takes us on a break here on NTV at 1, but don't go too far. We have much more lined up for you. Welcome back to the broadcast. To some unfortunate news now, a KCSE candidate at China's Boys High School in Kuru County has died after he was stabbed to death by a fellow student on Saturday night under unclear circumstances. Police in Nakuru have visited the school to investigate the incident, and they are expected to make arrests. NTV's Ruth Sarmoi Chesenge is in the school and now gives us more details.
I'm joining you from the China's Boys High School, where the unfortunate incident happened on Saturday night, leading to the death of one student and another nursing injuries on his leg. We understand that 4 boys have been apprehended by police following the incident, but we are joined by the school principal to help us understand what happened exactly.
So the incident started at 7:30 p.m. when the students were preparing to go for the night prep. And from the information we have gathered is that there's a group that was suspecting that a certain group broke their box, and there are some things that were missing. So this group went to the other cube. There was cube number 27 in the aim of trying to revenge of what happened to their boxes, and that's where the fight started. So they started fighting at night. I was in my office. I was called and I ran away. I ran very fast to the incident where it was taking place. But by the time I was reaching the dorm, they had already left the dorm. Now the fight was taking place outside the dormitory, and that's where one of our students by the name Vincent Ngugi Moshiri, index number 29, was stabbed at the stomach. And it was very bad because even the intestines were able to come out of the stomach. And the other one by the name Oscar Otieno was stabbed on his right thigh. But for him, he was stitched 8 stitches, and as we speak, he's in school. He's at our sick bay. We have informed parents via phone call. Some even we informed them yesterday at night. So those who are willing or those who are coming, they are coming. I'll come to my office. Then I'm able to explain to them what really happened. Yeah, but the parent for the deceased, we called him, but he was very much crying. So we are not sure whether he's coming or not. But we have told him if it's possible, please let him try and come to school. Yeah.
We understand that there was a knife involved. How did the student pass through the school gate with a knife? Do you frisk the students?
Normally when students are coming from home, they are always frisked here by 2 askaris. And what is shocking us is how the knife arrived or how the knife got a chance to come in school.
We understand also that the main suspect in this incident has fled. Have you been able to contact the parents, and do you know his whereabouts?
I called the parent and I told the parent when the boy reaches home, she should let me know. And the parent called me today at 8 a.m. and she informed me that the boy arrived at home some minutes to 2 a.m. So I've talked to the mother and I've told her to bring the boy to school because the boy has also to record a statement.
Worshippers at the Redeemed Gospel Church in Miritini area of Mombasa were forced to hold the Sunday service on the road after they were evicted from their church by a private developer. They say that the church was constructed in 2002 after successfully acquiring the property from the owner living in the area. The churchgoers claimed the private developer colluded with the lands official in Mombasa to allegedly generate fake documents that aided grabbing of the land. Their resolve to hold sermons along the road is in protest of them being chased away from the church by the private developer whom they claim sent armed youth armed with crude weapons. The property in question is now on sale and has been subdivided into plots. Members of the church warning unsuspecting Kenyans not to fall prey and lose their money as they call on the Ministry of Lands to intervene and resolve the matter.
2010 hapo 2011 kukatokea bwana akija hapa kutuambia kwamba hapa mahali ni kwake na yeye ana title na yeye aliuziwa kihalali na mimi nami nilikuwa nimenunua nikafanya sale agreement na huyu bwana Chanzera ni mzee wa huu mtaa anajulikana ameingia kwa plot 1940. Sidhani ni kitu cha sawa, sisi tumetupwa nje alafu ameandika pale anauza hizi plot. Sasa si angetufuata sisi.
Watu wamekuja hapa kama majambazi pamoja na maofisa, tukashindwa, tukauliza maswali wakasema wametumwa na auctioneer.
Informal settlements in Kuru City County are set to benefit from a 1 billion shilling facelift with works targeting tarmacking of roads, drainage and street lighting. Residents living in Hilton, Lakeview, Karagita and Kwamurogi are in the first phase of the Kenya Informal Settlements Improvement Program, where they have been enlisted to work in the project, which they say will improve the economic and security challenges in those particular areas. Phase 2 of the program targets Tayari in Molo, Mwisho wa Lami in Joro, Karatina and Kapura's areas.
Na pahali popote ukitaka ili maendeleo ionekane, kitu ya kwanza ni barabara, kitu ya pili ni maji, kitu ya tatu ni mwangaza. Juu giza ikiwa pahali, kila mmoja anataka kujificha kwa hiyo giza na kufanya maovu.
Kulikuwa na ukora imepungua, na hata ukitembea hata kufanya biashara zako usiku kama za kuuza kahawa na mandazi, hakuna mtu ambaye utaogopa.
Tourism stakeholders in Kisumu County are making every effort to initiate strategies to improve customer experience and attract more visitors in the festive season. Top hotels and hospitality destinations have emphasized the need to improve standards and products offering for guests in the holiday season. They say that besides its unique combination of nature and cultural experience, Kisumu has many attractions spreading to as far as neighboring counties such as Kakamega. Kisumu is increasingly becoming a preferred choice for tourists looking for memorable holidays.
We look at the destinations around Kisumu, which can actually connect you to other areas like Kakamega, whereby you can be able to access the Kakamega forest. We have on our way, you use the boat rides to Mbita, and the fact that Kisumu also is a tropical town and it's affordable. If you look at the times whereby Kisumu is not fully accommodated with people, and you find that people run to Mombasa most of the time. So to me, if you ask me, it's better if you're in Kisumu, whereby it is less congested, and like the way Mombasa people run to Mombasa.
We have got a number of things we are doing on 24th, 25th, and then 31st and 1st. Mostly 24th and 31st, mostly these are evening affairs, where we'll be having special dinners and a live band. And basically on 25th and 1st, more of family outings which will have, food spreads and children activities.
Thank you for keeping me company here on NTV at 1. Do have a blessed afternoon and enjoy the rest of your viewing.